And what's up, everybody? This is Terminator Juice back for another Juice Opinions. We're up to number 27. Feels like just a couple months ago I started these, but yeah, weeks are just flying by. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out today. Picked it up, and at Best Buy they had about 20 copies sitting there. I was there at 10 o'clock. Just got done with my stuff I was out doing for work. Swung by Best Buy about 10:03. I was there. And they had about 20 copies of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sitting there behind the counter for, the store pickups, which was surprising. That's quite a few copies, more than I thought, probably twice as many as I thought to see. And I don't know if they may have did a midnight release, because I had a ready to pick up acknowledgement like early this morning. So maybe this game's going to sell better than I gave it credit for in the Juices Loose podcast. We'll talk about that in a little bit. At 7:30 tonight, if you're watching this live, that's Eastern time. We're going to start a random battle mode tournament. It's going to go for 2 hours. It's going to be 20 rounds of 4 minutes each. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be team-based. Team red is fire. Team blue is ice. Got a Zelda logo. The code number I posted on Twitter, but it's 173769825835. So you don't have to do the whole friends exchange thing or anything. If you want to just jump on that tournament, if I haven't added you as a friend yet, you can still race in the tournament. We'll see how it goes with the battle mode. I never tried a battle mode tournament on the Wii U version. I don't even know if it had it, honestly. Played a little bit at lunch, 2 rounds with the guy at work and tabletop mode, and it was intense. It was fun, so I'm looking forward to that. So I think every Friday I'm going to do a tournament, probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock ish, and it's going to alternate. But for this, launch weekend, I'm going to do the battle mode tonight, and then tomorrow around 8 o'clock on Saturday, which will be the 29th. I'm going to do a racing tournament, probably 150cc. We'll see. We'll see. I might go to 200, but yeah, we'll see what that. We'll see, how many people join tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So, looking forward to that. We'll talk a little bit more about Mario Kart 8. I only got 45 minutes total with the game so far. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's talk about some of the sales numbers. Nintendo had their investor meeting, and the Switch was at 2.74 sold. Everyone keeps saying shipped. Where I read it, it said sold. And they've been sold out everywhere pretty much. I've seen a couple in stores once, and then they were gone. Best Buy got some more in today. They were all sitting in the back for store pickup. So even if it was shipped, it's still sold pretty much. And, maybe a few thousand or something didn't sell. But 2.74 is way higher than the analysts were predicting. Like 2.4 was the highest I saw up until now, not even just through March. So the thing could be at 3, probably over 3 right now by the end of the, with Mario Kart 8 coming out this last restock. It could be really close to like 3.5, 3.6, 3.7 million right now. And which still puts it a couple million less, below what the Wii U was at when Mario Kart 8 launched on the Wii U. So I think it's going to sell around 600,000 maybe in these first couple days. We'll see. I think that's on the high end, like 400 to 600,000. But anyway, the Zelda sales, I was right. I called Zelda would sell over 1 million on Wii U based on the pre-orders, and yeah, it's at just over 1 million, like 1.2 or something. And then the Switch version was like 2.8. So a lot of people who got the collector's Master's Edition rebought it, and potentially people bought the physical, maybe bought it digital because of the quicker load times. Who knows? But it sold more than the actual Switches itself, which is first time I've ever seen that for a non-packing game. And it's just, it's Zelda. It's Breath of the Wild. It's the Breath of the Wild effect. This game's already at, I forget the final, it's like close to 4 million. I think it was 3.8, something like that, combined Wii U and Switch. And this is definitely going to be probably the second best-selling Zelda game, if not the best. It's off to a great start, and it's just going to continue to sell. Every time someone buys a Switch from now and the next couple years, I guarantee you, Zelda is going to be in most people's, on their cart or in their hands, depending if they're online or at the store. So that's really good. The Switch is off to a good start. You see on one side, the Nintendo fanboys taking it too far, saying, well, that's more than the Wii U sold, maybe not the Nintendo fanboys, just certain people. It's like, no, the Wii U sold through December 31st, 2012, sold over 3 million. The Switch might be at that now, but they're saying that 2.74 is more. But that was November and just, half of November and all of December. So the Switch, if the Switch is over 3 right now, it'd be almost two months. It'd be a little bit more time. So it's starting off at about the same pace, except for there's not, Wii U's, there was plenty in the stores. The Switches, they can't keep them in stock, and they're trying to manufacture more, and their actual sales prediction or whatever for the fiscal year ending March 2018 is up to like 14 million now. So it could be literally ahead of the Wii U within the first 12 months, which is not, crazy or impossible to think. I think the PS4 hit 20 million in its first year, but it is, going from such a disappointment sales wise in the Wii U to that. I mean, that's quite the, I think Levelhead did a video. They need to be applauded because they've done so many right things with this Switch. And if that happens, I mean, that is quite the feat. And I think it will. I think it'll be closer to 16, maybe more, 16, 17 million by March 2018. And yeah, it's really good. The rest of the games weren't huge sellers like 1-2 Switch. I forget what it was at. I think it was under 1 million. And, like Snipper Clips was like 300,000 downloads, which is pretty good for, the little bit of time they spent. Like an indie team put that game together, and, digital only. So that was pretty good. But I just think it's the start of a really good life with the Switch. And I think the sales are going to be great. And picked up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe today. And it's like, all right, now I got 2, flagship Nintendo games already, and then see the new character from ARMS, and he looks awesome. I love the little trailer, and I'm like, all right, more excited for ARMS now. Got Street Fighter 2 pre-ordered, and then I'm like, let's play Inkling Girl in Mario Kart. And I'm like, man, and it looks amazing on this portable screen. And I'm like, I can't. Now I'm more excited for Splatoon 2, and then to think Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Super Mario Odyssey. It's a really exciting prospect. It's starting to hit me more now. With each game that comes out, it's gonna, I think, hit me more and more to look back at the first 8 months of a system's launch, 8-9 months, to have that many top tier games. I'm not even counting like the indie games like Fast RMX is awesome. Snake Pass is pretty good. We got third party games I think will be announced, and it's just an exciting time. And yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing Mario Kart, and like I said, looks beautiful. It's great to have it on the go. Playing it at lunch today at work is just awesome. It's a perfect type of game for that. And yeah, so so far the sales, the Switch are great. I'd be curious to hear like the Pro Controller, extra Joy-Cons and accessories and stuff like that. I don't know if there was any info. They did also say, and I'm happy to hear, they're not going to do a live big press conference at E3 because I've never really liked those. And, just look at the last Nintendo Direct versus the January 12th Switch event. How much better was that Direct? For me, it was light years ahead. I'd never want to see like Reggie talking, what's doing the spin, and just that corporate presentation BS talk. I never liked it. Doesn't matter if it was Nintendo, doesn't matter who it is. I never liked that crap. So I'd rather see an entertaining, well put together video, have the treehouse. And to me, that's always been the best E3. And Nintendo showed that in 2014. And 2015's content with the digital event wasn't great, but I still liked the presentation and the treehouse stuff. And Zelda last year at E3, they just did a trailer. They showed the game. They showed some 3DS games, and I mean, I love that. So I'm happy. I don't want to, if you like press conferences, that's, fine. I'm not, mad at you. I don't want to debate you. Everybody has their own opinion. I just never really cared for those. I find them sometimes awkward, and just like, Sony did it pretty good last year with just rapid fire game after game and a little bit of talking. That could work too, but I'm really happy that that they're just doing their usual E3 stuff, and they said soon they're going to announce the details. So I'm excited to find the full details. Apparently there's going to be a Splatoon 2 tournament for people that are there, and we'll see if they do anything at Best Buys or anything but like that. So really cool stuff. Looking forward to that. And then the other new big announcement yesterday was the new Nintendo 2DS XL. And first of all, I think it looks awesome. I love it. I'm just 10% tempted to get one just because I like how it looks. I haven't turned my 3DS on since I finished Federation Force, probably. I mean, it's been at least 6 months. I have no desire to ever really even turn my 3DS on. I might get Hey Pikmin. I mean, it's a maybe. But I just never really loved the handhelds, and the Switch is better for me because it's a little more comfortable, especially with, I got the gel grips. It's a little more comfortable to hold. I never really was comfortable holding the 3DS for long periods of time. And but yeah, the new Nintendo 3DS XL, I think it looks great. I love the color scheme, love the design. And to follow up Meza T's video, I know Raul too had his take. To him, it means that Nintendo's going to support the 3DS way longer than he initially thought, and this is the start of that happening. To me, it's just unsurprising. It was unexpected in that I didn't think they were going to announce it today. Yesterday, completely unsurprising thing for me. Just because that's what they do with handhelds. That is their business model for handhelds. It's always has been. Like T pointed out, they had the Game Boy, then they had the colored case Game Boy, and then they had the Game Boy Color that actually had a colored screen, and then they had the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Advance SP, and then when the DS came out or was coming out, they had the Game Boy Pocket. Terrible idea. DS XL, and then right before the 3DS comes out, they released the DSi XL, which added some features, and 3DS comes out. The original design of the DS was terrible, but the original design of the 3DS wasn't much better. And then you get the XL, and you get the new 2DS, and now got the new 3DS XL, new 3DS standard, and now the new 2DS. So I'm not surprised at all. And to me, this is the Nintendo just trying to get that business model. They're trying to make some more money off the 3DS. The global sales, was it 67 million or something? There ain't 67 million 3DS owners or users out there. There's probably more like 50, because all these people buying multiple 3DSs. That's how it works. And I just think it makes perfect sense. Talk to anybody who plays with their 3DS. I don't know anybody that plays with the 3D on, except for maybe a few games like 3D World or Luigi's Mansion was pretty good, but most people play in 2D, period. The 2DS, it wasn't a good design. It was very child toy looking. Not a lot of adults bought it and wanted to play it. It had the small screens. This just seemed like the perfect mixture of the 2DS and a new 3DS XL. And it's $149.99, so it's cheaper. I'm guessing the lack of the 3D screen brought the price way down. And it's just Nintendo trying to get the last little bit of money out of the 3DS. Just like they, right before the new 3DS came out, they released standard 3DSs with different color schemes. It's just what they do. You got new games coming out this summer. Don't know anything about anything, and really at the end of the year, to have some new hardware, get some sucker like Meza T to go out and buy another 3DS family handheld. You're not going to get me again. I've already bought 3. But you know, it made me pause and think, yeah, that's really nice looking. If I was really going to play some 3DS games this year, because I didn't play the last two games with 3D on, so it's just what they do, and it's curious. The only thing that's interesting to me about it, or the only direction this could go, somewhere where it's interesting to me, is will they do that with the Switch? Will they do the revisions? Because the Wii U didn't get one. The Wii got one right at the, that's another example. The Wii Mini come out after the Wii U came out. Everyone wanted the Wii, thought the Wii was dead, and Nintendo comes out with a Wii Mini, takes out the Wi-Fi, takes out the GameCube stuff. It's just what they do. They try to get one little last hurrah, get some sales. It's just what they do because of the cheaper price point. But it, like I said, it is interesting. Will they do something like this with the Switch? I don't know what they would do because the Joy-Con's size is going to dictate. You can't really change much there. I mean, it's already thin. The screen already looks great. What do you do different? I don't know. Adding more features or performance to me is a bad idea. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. You got the colored Joy-Cons. I think that's their version of, instead of releasing a colored Switch, which they still might. I wouldn't be shocked. But the colored Joy-Cons are their version of the different colored 3DSs or DSs. So I think we'll have to see how it all plays out. But yeah, I think it made sense that they did this. I don't think it means, I've seen people saying that, oh, they don't have any confidence in the Switch. Are you stupid? This thing's been in development probably for at least a year, probably 14 to 16 months. They've been planning this and working on the design and getting it manufactured in secret. This wasn't something they just came up with. Look at what Nintendo's done since this time last year. You don't think they've had a plan this whole time? Zelda at E3, everyone criticized that, except me. Said it was a good idea. I said when they reveal the Switch, it'll be like they have basically another whole E3. They took E3 by storm with Zelda. It was right. They teased in October the Switch, blew up the internet. The January 12th reveal, everyone was focused on it. They basically delayed the system or made it come out in March. And because they said they wanted to have games ready, they had Zelda, they had Mario Kart 8. I'm sure that game was done. Could have been a launch title. And now they got ARMS, Splatoon, got all these games planned out. They did the Direct. They, kept surprises. Kimishima says they still got secret games in development, unannounced, that will drive sales. So that tells me they're pretty big franchises. This has been their plan. They've had this plan since Iwata was probably, I'm thinking still Iwata was right before Iwata passed. I think this plan was already still in place, or was in place already. They still got some Amiibo stuff coming out, and they got 3DS games coming out. So now they got a new 2DS XL coming out. I'm not going to buy it. I think a lot of people are kind of done with the 3DS, but there's still going to be some people, whether it sells great or not. The 2DS didn't sell great. It wasn't a big seller, other than to kids. Parents, it was cheap, so people bought it for their kids because, it looked like it was more durable and whatever. It was cheaper to replace. And the other thing, like Meza T pointed out, if this was a new 3DS, like Plus or something, new 3DS Pro, if they were putting more features in and making this have more stuff, then I'd be a little, they're going to try to push this 3DS out a couple more years. But they didn't. They took 3D out. So they took something out, made it cheaper. I think it's just par for the course for Nintendo and handheld. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for the 2DS and sales. Just talk about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe real quick. First and foremost, it looks amazing in portable mode. I haven't even seen it on my TV yet. Played it with the Pro Controller in tabletop mode. I played it with Joy-Cons in the grip. Played it in handheld mode, all of which feel great. I do prefer the Pro Controller analog stick for Mario Kart over the Joy-Con stick. Just it's a little less, there's a little less range of movement. It was a little more twitchy than I wanted it to be. I like the extra drift boost and the extra item. You know, I didn't play a ton, like I said, about 45 minutes, but played it split screen and tabletop, played it full screen, and it looks beautiful, runs great, and it's the Mario Kart 8 that I love. You know, I have 280 some hours in my copy, and then probably another 30 hours at my friend's house. So it feels right at home, but at the same time, that battle mode felt completely new to me. I was like tense. I was just, it was like playing a new game, really. I had to rethink my driving techniques and what I was trying to do, and I wasn't doing great. Like I'm not used to battle mode like this, but the track layouts were cool, and it was just chaotic with the had the bots on playing each on one team, the two guy I work with, and it was chaotic. It was fun. It was tense. I wanted to keep playing, but lunch ended. So again, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time tonight, about a half hour after I end this. If you're watching live, I gave the code in the beginning. It's posted on Twitter, if you follow me on Twitter. And then, yeah, we'll do some battle. It's a random battle, so each time I'm guessing it'll be, I don't know if it's each round will be a different game, but I'm excited. So hopefully everybody, if you got a Switch and you got your Mario Kart 8, I see Robert of Gaming With Me. His didn't ship yet. So I'm telling you guys, I've been hyping up Best Buy, the Gamers Club. You know how free it feels to be done with Amazon? You know, I complained when I bought that tablet, and to turn ads off, it just automatically charged me like 20, 30 bucks, whatever it was, for a tablet I bought, which didn't feel like I owned, because in order to not have ads and to have, they charged me, and then every page was uncustomizable, and it was just Amazon this, Amazon that. And then you have to pre-order the game to get the 20% off. And then they ship from Michigan about 2 hours from me. But if I order something that's in stock, because I'm a Prime member, they still won't ship it. They'll wait the full next day to ship it, so I get it 2 days later, so I don't get it the next day. If you do the free shipping, now that I'm not an Amazon Prime member, they'll sit on it for a week. They'll ship it. It'll come the next day. I know. And I know, like, they put priority on Prime members, but they purposely ship it. They wait to ship it so that I won't get it sooner than they think I should get it. Like, I don't know what that is. I don't like it. I didn't like them charging me when that tablet, which I returned. And there's been other things I haven't liked. And you know, you got to rely on the shipping of it. Best Buy, yeah, it's a national chain, but it's owned, you know, it's a locally owned Best Buy, and people that live in my town work there, and I like supporting them. So I go there. At $30 for 2 years, I get 20% off any game that's sealed. I could buy Grand Theft Auto 5 if they had it in stock for the PS3. If it's new and sealed, I get 20% off. So just another reason I like going to the store, picking it up. I did it for the Switch. I did it for Zelda. Bomberman, I ordered from Amazon, as I couldn't cancel it. I tried. And I just really prefer Best Buy. And I know Red Knight didn't get his Switch in time, like till the day after, or 2 days after, because of Amazon. I know some other people, Nintendo Fangirl didn't get her Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ordered from Amazon. She didn't get it today. So, you know, I thought I loved Amazon Prime. I thought I loved it. I never used the video streaming. I only bought games and electronics, basically everything Best Buy has. Best Buy has, for like every $300 or something, I get $5 off. Stuff I'm already buying. Bought the Switch, get a $5 coupon, put it towards Mario Kart 8. I pay $45 for Mario Kart 8 out the door with sales tax, brand new. Street Fighter, Ultra Street Fighter 2 cost me like 28 bucks out the door, because I got another $5 coupon for being a rewards member and a Gamers Club member. I'm like plus $30 already for my investment of $30. Like I'm already ahead $30. So really, I'm ahead 60. Subtract the 30. That's how, you know, I'm up $30. So if you're gonna buy games, I'm done with Amazon. So if you guys like it, that's cool. It was a mini rant. I just feel like I'm no longer a slave to the Amazon way. Like I would buy stuff I didn't even need because I could get it in 2 days, you know, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel so relieved. And that $100 for a year, I didn't get my money's use out of that because, you know, I thought the Switch would come. I thought the NX would come out in 2016. You know, that was kind of my fault, but I didn't get my money's use out of that. All I ended up doing is buying more stuff because I had free 2-day shipping. So anyway, yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So far, so good. Can't wait to see it on the TV. Feels good. Inkling girl. I just looks right in Mario Kart. She just looks right. I'm on the sport bike. It was the first vehicle unlocked, of course, my favorite vehicle. And the way she leans and drags her knee in the corners. I was doing time trials. I watched my replay, which gives you the same view of when you raced. Just looks amazing. And just reminded how great Mario Kart 8 is. And looking forward to playing with everybody tonight. So hopefully you're all there. Again, the code 173769825835, starting in a half hour from right now, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's going for 2 hours, 20 rounds. We'll see how it works. Hopefully people show up, and yeah, it should be exciting. And I'm looking forward to. Oh, one last thing. And some people who follow me on Twitter, you already know. But last night, I'm playing my Switch in portable. I have Arrow on the recent episode, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fool around with Zelda. You know, this, you know, it's almost the end of that season, and you know, it's not keeping my interest as much. So I'm playing a little bit, and I was doing the Goron golfing. I was like, you know what? I can't find the shrine. I've got about 30, 40 hours trying to find this last shrine. I'm just gonna go try to get the best score in golf, and I had a 3. It was a foot from going in the hole for a 3-stroke or whatever. And then my hammers broke, my whatever, the sledgehammers. And I said, you know what? I'm looking in this one direction, and I've never really gone here. So I headed in a direction. First thing I saw was a wall to blow up, and it was, I forget what it was, a treasure or a Korok. I see some enemy encampments, and I'm like, yeah, I've definitely never been here. Blip, 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 blip. The Sheikah sensor goes off, and I tell you what, I haven't felt that kind of joy in gaming in a long time. I immediately put it in suspend mode, finished watching Arrow, tweeted out to some people. I was so excited. And then I docked the Switch and went ahead and got the final shrine. It's some people might have found it like their 5th shrine. It wasn't super hard. It was buried. It wasn't visible to the naked eye. But found that, and it was a really good one. It was one, you'll know if you've done this, the only one like this. There's a platform and 4 ropes with balloons on it, and you have to use the Korok leaf to send yourself in a direction. It's the only one like that I've seen. Had like 4 treasure chests. It was a really good one. It was entertaining. Took me a few 10 minutes or whatever to get through it. And then there's a reward when you do all the shrines. I don't want to spoil, even though Red Knight spoiled it for me. You have to go, it tells you to go somewhere else for a reward. You do that, and it's pretty cool. Now I have now I have a new objective, and I got to get some materials, and that's all I'll say. But yeah, looking forward to actually achieving that little goal I have. I got 300 Korok seeds. I'm good. I'm going to do the thing I want to do, fight Ganon again, and I'm going to put the game away until whatever the DLC, the hard mode, whatever that is. I think we'll find out at E3. It might even come out, before E3. Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to put the game down. I still played it every day since it came out. I'm going to play it again today just to keep that going, and play it tonight probably. Who knows? Mario Kart 8 might keep me up late. Maybe this will be the day I don't play Zelda, but I was really excited, and it was on the dawn of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, how perfectly timed could that have been? I couldn't have planned it any better. I was going to beat Snake Pass. I got to the last level, and I'm sorry. that camera in that level, it's unplayable. I gave up. I don't give up on stuff. There's revolving platforms with bamboo, and they're going away, turning away from you, and you got to get on. You get on with noodle, and then it's moving faster than you can turn the camera, and then the objects like the hub is in the way, so you can't tell where your head is, and you fall. I kept falling off over and over because you need, as it's moving, the direction you're pressing to make his head go changes, and you can't turn the camera fast enough. The camera speed's about 10% of what it needs to be. I know it's on PC, it's quicker because of the 60 frames per second and whatnot. Maybe they had to make it slow on Switch so it could handle the load. I don't know. It's unplayable. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to try this level. I got up to the last level. I enjoyed it for what it was, but that last level's absolute BS. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in live chat. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to that, but yeah, Mario Kart's going to start up in about 24 minutes. So I'm going to go get a few time trials. I'm going to go through the time trials first, and then see you guys online. Hopefully more than a few people show up, and we'll see how it goes. And then how well it goes this week, we'll probably do it next week. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you online.